Hi guys, it's Noemi here. This week we watched Chien, Andalou and Assassination Nation. They were both movies that they touched on rules in film and movie making and how some directors kind of stretch those rules because they want the audience to feel a sense of shock and to feel like a sort of um, surreal feeling, I guess you could say. Um, Assassination Nation was an example of modernism with a formal emphasis because of the montage and collage like storytelling kind of elements that were used in it. With Unshin and Delo and Assassination Nation, they were both surrealism, but Unshin and Delo obviously more explained like the concept of surrealism. In regards to modernization, there was, especially in Assassination Nation, what is called fragmentation, where there was a lack of morals, displays of like characteristic attitudes and or uncharacteristic attitudes, and unpredictable urges. It was a run on your seat kind of movie, and it definitely shocked a lot of people with the topics, um, and especially since, like Professor Murray said, it was thrown at you all at once, so it was quite a bit. So the director for Unshin and Lo is Louis Buñuel. I don't know very much about him, um, but I do know about the author of, not the author, the director of Assassination Nation, who was also the director of Euphoria, Sam Levinson. And I know that a lot of the topics that are discussed in Euphoria are really, really like blunt and vulgar. And I agree with Professor Murray how she had said that, like, with Assassination Nation, it didn't do well with the box office and stuff like that because it was such a compact movie and there's so many different topics just thrown at you like all at once. And there's also not a progression of characters too. So you couldn't like feel for the characters as much when all these bad things happen to them. You're just like, oh well, you know, I agree with everyone else. It's kind of like you do your actions and you know, I guess you pay the consequences in a sort of way. But it's very polarizing, is what I'm trying to say with Sam Levinson and the topics that he brings up to kind of call the U.S. out on like how our culture and how our society has been shaped to like um, form these environments and like really toxic cultures. How our parents grew up is not the same way that we've grown up, and the way we've grown up is not the same way Alpha Gen is growing up right now. Like, I mean, math, like little things, like they're learning math different than we are. Well, they're also growing up in a different age than we are, with more technology and like just different social aspects, especially like post COVID and stuff like that. That really took a toll on their social skills. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that kids in school are fighting more nowadays. There's a lot more tension because we don't know how to handle our emotions in the U.S. We're kind of just a bunch of entitled and egotistical, sensitive asses, honestly, who kind of get into the wrong um, sort of stuff. I mean, you can ask anyone we know about nudes, weed, anything. It's a topic that not everyone wants to talk about, but that everyone seems to know very much about, which kind of is very contradictory or contradicting. Um, but yet it's a thing. So I mean, I guess it's like a welcome to the U.S. Here's our problems kind of thing.